but the main thing I suppose is we're not the people now. Taking it we know we're doing it for now. Taking we may be less than wealthy, but then we're young and healthy. And anyone who's young and healthy knows that that's the way. The traffic flows. It's
On Saturday morning, all my tiredness is gone away. Got my money and my honey, and I'm out on the town to play. Sunday morning and my head feels bad, but it's worth it for the time I have had. But I've got to get my rest, 'cause Monday is next. Everybody.
Sonny, your singing is even more depressing than usual. What's wrong?
What's wrong? I'll tell you what's wrong. What do you girls know about the sex life of Sonny Man?
Sorry, I missed that episode of Amazing Stories.
Well, it's the pits. Last night was just another unfulfilling one-night stand devoid of any real meaning or lasting satisfaction.
She didn't show up.
Right. So I've decided I'm through with life in the fast lane. I'm going to become a one-woman man.
That's good news for the rest of us.
Pardon me, but don't I know you from somewhere?
I don't think so.
I'm just sure that we've met before.
Were you at Madonna's wedding?
Of course, that must have been it. Enjoy your meal.
You know, you're a wonderful piano player.
Thanks. When your boyfriend shows up, tell him to tip me.
Oh, I'm not waiting for anyone.
Really?
As a matter of fact, I just broke up with someone. I'd sure like to hear something sad.
Well, here's looking at you, babe. Blue Monday! How I hate Blue Monday!
Excuse me, I'm looking for Nancy Beebe.
Oh, I'm Nancy Beebe.
I'm with Craig and Baslow, attorneys at law. I hereby serve you with a summons and complaint.
Oh, no, wait a minute. What is this all about?
You're getting sued, lady.
Nancy, what is it?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Here, let me take a look. Actually, it's management that's being sued. You're just named in the complaint. Do you remember a Walter Criff?
Walter Criff. Yes, he's the gentleman I turned down over the phone.
They can sue you for that now?
He applied for a job around the same time as Amy. I chose her. I didn't think he'd fit in the uniform.
Well, he's suing to be awarded a job on the basis of your sexual discrimination.
That's not fair. Nancy's never been discriminating.
But I've got to get my rest, 'cause Monday is next. That was pretty good. Did you ever sing professionally?
Me? No, only in the shower.
Did you like an audience? There I go, putting the moves on again. I'm sorry. What I'm looking for now is a long-lasting relationship. I'm not into some one-night stand in some sleazy hotel.
Me neither. I'll wait for a weekend in Vegas.
You are one classy chick.
Is the new guy out there yet?
No. He must be even later than me. I think I'm gonna like this guy.
I don't think it's fair. I don't think management should have caved in and given him a job here. Wait a minute. You're the one that's always been for sexual equality.
I know that. But for years, men have been exploiting women, making us take menial, low-paying jobs. Now they're making us share them.
Well, his resume says he's experienced.
Well, I'm sure he's better qualified than I was. Heck, before I started working here, I'd never taken an order that wasn't yelled into a clown's face.
Ladies, I'd like you to meet Walter Criff. Walter, these are your new co-workers. And that's Dot.
Well, welcome to Above the Top, Walter. I just know you're going to feel like part of our little family here, so if there's anything we can do for you, you just ask.
Okay, I got a poker game tonight. Will you cover for me?
Thank you. Hey, Cassie, I've just got to tell you how perfect Louise is. She's got exactly what I require in a woman.
A pulse?
Right.
Won't you sit down, Amy?
Yes, ma'am.
Look, I realize that I'm not the most popular person here. What?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought I heard you correct me. Now, where was I?
You were saying you weren't the most popular person here.
Yes, yes. Why do you think that is, Amy?
Because you treat us like dirt?
No. It's because I have to take certain responsibilities that nobody else wants to take.
Yeah, I understand how difficult your job must be.
Oh, thank you, Amy. You've made this just a little bit easier for me. Please don't take it personally. You're fired.
Why don't we go to Willy Wong's China Palace?
Oh, great! I'll get a batch of those little shrimps with the heads on them.
Oh, they're disgusting.
Not if you pretend they're looking at somebody else.
Oh, Amy, come with us so we can get 4 dishes.
Oh, I really can't afford to go out to eat anymore. I've been fired.
What?
Nancy fired me.
Why? Oh, I get it. We've got one too many employees.
This really makes me mad.
Oh, Amy, I'm so sorry. Amy, I wish there was something we could do for you.
Well, come out with us anyway, our treat. And maybe we can figure something out.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, come on, you'll feel better. We'll do that little puppet thing with the shrimp heads, you know? Mr. Sandman, send me a drink.
Okay. I'm gonna say goodbye to Sonny and Howard.
This stinks. Amy's losing more than a job. She doesn't have any family out here. I mean, we are it.
So what's the problem? We're a team, right? If she's out, we're out. We'll quit. That's great. Then the 4 of us will be out of work. How's that going to help, Amy? Moral support?
I got a better idea. I'm gonna go out there and break Nancy's arm.
Oh, hold it. Just a second. If you just calm down for a second, you'd realize you are too small to do her any real bodily harm. I'll do it.
Wait a minute. We'll all go. This is a posse.
Whoops, I'll come back.
Hold it.
Cassie, what are you doing?
Nancy, you've done some really lousy things since I've known you.
This is no time for a stroll down memory lane.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Wait a minute. Management is responsible for Amy's dismissal, not me. They don't want any legal entanglements with Walter.
And why couldn't you stand up for her?
Do you really think I could have prevented them from firing Amy? Oh, you are naive. I work here just like you do.
And when they say jump, you jump.
That's right. Because I can't afford to lose my job any more than you can. I don't expect you to believe this, but I'm as upset about Amy as you are. If it makes you feel any better, you can blame me. I'm used to it.
Boy, Nancy is the lowest. Just when you're all set to hate her, she has to go and act like a human being. Give her 5 minutes, she'll get over it.
Man, my feet are killing me. You know, this is hard work.
It's a good thing you're dedicated.
Shots? Taking shots at the new guy? I guess that means we're not going to go for a beer after work.
Tell you the truth, Walter, we're not too thrilled with the way you got your job here.
Yeah, neither am I. You know, this thing's turned out all wrong. I do not wait on tables for a living. I sue restaurants. They all settle out of court. This one had to go and hire me. Maybe I can sue him for that. Well, let's see. Can I have this one over here?
Wait a minute. You're not changing in here with us.
Oh, I'm afraid so. They won't spring for a men's locker room.
There's got to be a law.
Oh, there is. Melissa Lincoln versus the American League. She was a woman reporter who sued to gain locker room privileges. Should have thought of that one.
Oh, I get it. We're supposed to be shocked, right? Well, I, for one, am not shocked. I saw hair, you know? And this was right about the part where my parents took me home.
You know, I would stand right here. But you think I was standing right here just to prove a point. So just to prove a point, I'm gonna leave.
Go ahead, I could use a good laugh.
Excuse me, do you mind?
Well,
You know, I never forget a face, and I finally placed yours. Chicago, 1971, right?
Well, I was there. I'm from Chicago.
Oh, gosh, I love Chicago. You know, I used to work at the Roundup room. You know, all those fun lovers on expense accounts. Oh, I left my brand on more than one of them. But I guess the one you remember best is the one that got away. Yeah, he was just a boy, really. His name was Lou. His eyes were brown like yours, and he had Beach Boy blonde hair like yours. And, oh, he had a lovely overbite. Like yours. Lou, you shaved off your mustache.
That was Beautiful Lady, words and music by yours truly, Sonny Man. And when I sing it this time, I'd like to dedicate it to Louise, or as I affectionately call her, Lou. Only when you're near me, do I hear music play?
Nancy, please let me explain. I'm not Louis. I'm Louise. That night I spent with you was my last night as a man. I flew to Sweden the next day.
You went from my hotel room straight to Sweden?
You don't understand.
I've had complaints before.
Listen to me.
Okay, so maybe one guy entered a monastery, but never anything like this.
Nancy, it has nothing to do with you. I was a woman trapped inside the body of a man. Please, try and understand.
It's those long winter nights in Sweden. They don't know what to do with themselves.
Nancy, now that you know, please don't tell Sonny.
He doesn't know? But don't you think he ought to?
Well, he'll find out in due time.
Do you think that's fair?
Believe me, I've told all the others up front. That's why I'm alone. Please don't ruin this chance. Please don't tell Sonny.
That goes out to the luckiest lady in the room, because she's got me.
All right, I won't tell him. Would it be possible for me to be there when you do?
Well, we miss you too, Amy. Well, hang in there. Right. Bye-bye.
How's she doing?
Hanging in there.
well, that's Amy. Tougher than an ox-tongue taco in San Antone.
Am I the only one that misses that stuff? I'll be ready in a minute, Nancy.
No hurry, Dorothy. I just stopped by for a chat. You know, girl talk.
Great. What do girls talk about in your day?
Oh, many subjects. Politics, geography, Scandinavia, medicine, bizarre operations.
What are you trying to get at, Nancy?
It's Sonny. He's dating a man.
Well, at least someone in our species said yes. Does Louise know?
Of course, she's the man. Louise used to be Louis until she had the operation.
You mean Louise is a transsexual?
This is terrible. What did Sonny say when he found out?
Oh, he doesn't know.
Sonny doesn't know.
He doesn't know?
Come on, you two. This is serious. Now, what's going to happen when the relationship gets closer?
Louise will probably have another operation and change back.
Stop it. This isn't funny. Now, think of poor Louise. Well, she must have gone through hell before she made this decision.
Yeah? She used to date you?
Hey! What's the big joke, guys?
Sonny, we were just talking about the economy, you know, cutbacks.
That is funny. I have something serious I wanted to tell you guys. There's something I want to show Louise. Now, come on, this is serious.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sonny. We're just in a silly mood.
Well, knock it off.
We're sorry, Sonny. What do you want to talk about?
2 airline tickets.
Where to?
Ecstasy. I'm taking Louise to Vegas this weekend. Maybe we'll get married. I've denied her my body long enough. She can have me.
is serious now. Now's a good time. He's on his break.
Why do I have to tell him?
Because Nancy promised she wouldn't, and Cassie can be kind of blunt, and because there's no way in the world I can get a straight face. Right.
If I play any softer, the people on the back won't be able to hear me.
Sonny, can I sit down?
Sure. Normally, I'd say you're killing my action, but I'm a changed man now.
You're not the only one. You know, Sonny, life is funny sometimes.
Oh, I know what you mean.
You do?
Oh, yeah. A week ago, I was just a brilliant but lonely artist walking down the road of life alone. And then out of the blue, I meet Louise, a girl who has a million things in common with me.
She used to have 1,000,001. You, Sonny, have you ever wondered what life must be like for a caterpillar?
Not really.
Well, he starts out life all fuzzy and ugly on the outside, but he knows that deep down inside there's a beautiful butterfly waiting to come out.
That's true.
And one day he does come out and just kind of flits away.
I wonder where he goes.
Sometimes all the way to Sweden. The thing is would you know by looking at a butterfly that she used to be an ugly old worm?
No.
Get it?
Get what?
Louise had a sex change operation. She used to be a man.
Come on, Dot. Louise is not a man.
I didn't say she was a man. I said she used to be.
Well, she sure doesn't kiss like her. Oh, Dot. Oh, Dot, I kissed a man.
Sonny, it's not that bad. I've kissed a man.
Oh, but you're supposed to. I'm into a major taboo here.
You know, Sonny, the only thing that really matters is, do you love her?
Yes. I mean, no. I did before. It's kind of like the time I bought the white Italian shoes. I loved them until everybody laughed at them. Then I hated them. You know what I mean?
No.
I just don't think I can handle it, Dot. Doesn't make me a bad person, does it?
No, of course not. A lot of other things make you a bad person, but this isn't one of them.
Excuse me, Dot. This is gonna be tough. The sad thing is I really did like Louise.
Good luck, Sonny.
Sonny, I need to talk to you.
I need to talk to you, too.
Maybe you want to talk to me after you hear what I have to say.
I think I know what you want to talk about.
No, you don't.
Oh, yes, I do.
I found somebody else.
Oh, no, I don't.
I don't want to hurt you, Sonny, but I found a man who satisfies all my needs. You were always so shy.
Shy? I was just showing respect for you.
Well, I appreciate that, Sonny, but I'm really very sorry. I hope you can forgive me. Goodbye.
Oh, I'm sick. I've just been dumped by God knows what.
Hi! Amy! Hi! How you doing? Oh, Cassie, really great. Just super. You look great. Oh, well, I should have been getting plenty of rest.
Hey, Tex, how you doing?
Oh, hi, Howard. Just super. Really great. Amy! Just super.
Oh, how did you go to the employment agency?
Oh, just fine. They sent me on an interview this afternoon to the Chi-Chi room.
That mud wrestling joint?
Yeah.
You turned it down, right?
I need a job. I mean, it's not what I wanted to do when I grew up, but they say it's real good for your complexion.
Poor, brave little thing. Amy, go into the lounge and change into your uniform. You're back on the payroll.
Oh, Nancy, I could kiss you.
Please don't. Walter, you're an incompetent waiter, a poor excuse for a man, and a discredit to your race. You're fired.
You really mean that, huh? Thank you.
Walter, down. You mean you're not going to sue the restaurant?
Hey, I tried that once. I wound up working here. Besides, I got a really big one coming up. You know how the greatest ideas are always the simplest? Hugh Hefner is going to pay me a fortune before he allows me to become a bunny. Ciao!
Well, thank you, Nancy.
Nancy, what about management?
Yeah, they're not going to like this.
Oh, they wouldn't dare fire me. And if they do, I can find work.
Sure, I hear there's an opening for a mud wrestler down at the Chi-Chi room.
Maybe. I'm fast and I'm wiry.
Hey, Howard, how about a little man-to-man?
I should think you'd had enough of that, Sonny.
Louise and I broke up.
Too bad. She seemed like a good woman, especially since she only had a few years' practice.
Sure, she had her drawbacks, but she knew how to treat a man, Howard. When I'd be reading the sports page, she'd shut up. When does that happen?
Never. Not with a woman.
Didn't like Cagney and Lacey or Kate or Allie.
You've been a fool, Sonny.
Well, you can't look back, Howard. She dumped me. I'll get over it.
Men, they're all alike. Come on, I'll buy you a beer.
You know, you remind me of her, Howard.
Coming up next on the Arsenio Hall Show, meet actress Jasmine Guy, better known as Whitley from A Different World, plus Roseanne co-star John Goodman, saxophone great Branford Marsalis, and pop singer Tracy Spencer performing Imagine. Stay tuned for the Arsenio Hall Show next, here on Channel 9.
Life's not the French Riviera. Believe me, life's not a charity ball. It isn't all a great big bed of roses. It's not like showbiz, but the main thing I love is not the power line. Making it big, we know we're doing good. Making we maybe less than wealthy, but again we're young and healthy. And anyone who's young and healthy knows that that's the way. The traffic flow. It's fun living. I should stay away, but what can I do? I hear you say, and I'm aflame, burning desire that only your kiss put out the fire. Ooh, you're the lover I have waited for. The maid that fate has been created for. And every time your lips meet mine, baby, down and down I go. Round and round I go. In a spin, loving that spin I'm in. Loving that old black magic called love. Yeah. Thank you. You're welcome.
Did anybody order chicken?
I did.
Oh, bless you. Amy, would you please take 4 salads over to table 7? Right. Do you think Dot's ever going to get here?
Sure. Maybe not in my lifetime. Howard, I deeply resent your accusing me of Mickey Mousing around with the menus.
You don't find the squeezings of fresh tomatoes a bit much?
I thought it sounded better than tomato juice.
Sounds like something tomatoes leave behind at night.
Any other complaints?
Yeah. I've seen hogs slopped with more finesse.
Howard.
A salad is supposed to be an act of love, a bower of tenderly plucked lettuce providing a bridal bed for the perfect commingling of virgin olive oil and lusty wine vinegar.
Toss me, Howard. Toss me.
Sorry, Nancy, I know I'm late. It won't happen again.
You're darn tootin'.
I locked my car keys in the refrigerator.
Hold it. You have a lock on your refrigerator?
I sleepwalk, and it prevents me from getting up in the middle of the night and eating chocolate fudge cake.
Here's a crazy idea. Don't buy chocolate fudge cake.
Who wants to sleepwalk to cottage cheese?
I don't want to hear any more of this.
Good.
Wait a minute. If you have a lock on your refrigerator, you have a key to the lock, right?
Sure, I keep it with my car keys.
Well, if you have the keys, what's to prevent you from unlocking the refrigerator?
Well, every night before I go to bed, I hide the keys. The problem is I haven't been able to find a really good hiding place until last night when I hid them in the ice tray.
Last place I would have looked. So you put the keys in the refrigerator, closed the door, and locked it.
Right. I knew you would understand.
All right, Cassie, show's over. Howard, I'll be back later for some more salad talk.
I can't understand why nobody's ordering the special. Steak and Lobster's always been a big seller.
Probably the cutesy name Nancy gave it, Hoof and Claw.
Hoof and claw? I've been calling it hoof and mouth.
Oh, Mrs. Tolliver, right this way. Your waitress will be Jan. Oh, no.
Of all the restaurants in L.A., why did she have to pick this one? Dot, oh, Dot, would you please take table 6 for me? Can I get dressed first? Oh, never mind. I gotta...
Jan, get out there. I've seated a VIP at table 6.
Nancy, I know her. I can't wait on her. Please don't make me.
You know Mrs. Sidney Tolliver. But how do you know the wife of a network president?
I went to school with her. I beat her out for most likely to succeed.
Then she's going to love to hear a progress report. Get out there.
Nancy.
Now.
Good evening. May I take your order, please?
Yeah, I'll have the soup and the sole veronique.
Fine. Thank you.
And is there a choice of vegetables?
Yes, they're listed right below the entrees.
Where?
They're, down there somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll have the new peas and pearl onions, please.
Fine. Thank you.
Oh, wait. I'll have the wine list, please.
Right away. Thank you. Sole veronique, peas and onions. Oh. Cassie, would you please take table 6 for me?
Sure, what?
The woman sitting there is Deirdre Tolliver. Her husband is president of BAC Broadcasting. I've known Dee Dee all my life.
You don't like her?
We were friends. Sort of friends. The way Kirk Douglas and Burt Lancaster were friends.
The two of you aren't going to take your shirts off, are you?
Rupert. Oh, we were always rivals. Even back in the 4th grade when she was Dee Dee Durkin. I beat her in a spelling bee once. I still remember the word that shot her down. Peripatetic.
You know how to spell it?
Of course.
What's it mean?
No idea.
Vinaigrette.
Anyway, we were always competing with each other all through school. I was class president. She was head cheerleader. She won the scholarship medal. I was a class valedictorian. We were both achievers.
Sounds like you were pretty even.
Well, we were until she finally achieved Sidney Tolliver.
So?
So, she got to the big time. I don't want her to see me like this.
What's wrong with like this? I'm like this.
You know, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that I was always boasting to Dee Dee how someday I'd be arguing a case in front of the Supreme Court.
And I'm sure you will, as soon as you finish night school. I'll wait on her.
Thanks, Kathy.
Maybe I'll even ask her to spell peripatetic.
I ordinarily steer clear of politics. I don't think it belongs in a lounge act. But I gotta tell you, there's something terribly wrong with this country, and I'm talking about the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. You know what they're waking our boys up with now? A digital recording of Reveille. Come on, America, let's get back to basics. Let's get some of these long-haired musicians off the streets, shave their head, and give them a bugle. Maybe then we'll be hearing songs like this again. They made him blow a bugle for his Uncle Sam. It really brought him down because he could not chant. The captain seemed to understand. Because the next day the cap went out and drafted a band, and now the company shouts when he plays Reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle button company me.
People should hear you play like that every day, Sonny.
Really?
Yes. Why don't you enlist? Oh, Mrs. Tolliver, was everything to your satisfaction?
Excellent, thank you.
You know, I just want to say that having you as our guest has made every one of us just as proud as a peacock. Oh, forgive me. Wrong network.
Thanks, Cassie. I really appreciate your waiting on Dee Dee.
Are you kidding? She tipped me $50.
Yeah, well, Dee Dee always was very showy.
Well, that's the most I've ever gotten from a woman. I get bigger tips from men, but they consider it seed money.
Well, it's over.
I should have handled it better. I mean, what's the big deal? I should have at least talked to her. Well, if I ever see her again, I will.
You're in luck. She's staying at the hotel for a week.
A week? How am I going to hide in the kitchen for a week?
Anybody know a good dentist?
I know a dentist who's not that good.
Well, I need a checkup.
Oh, you mean his work? Oh, he's fine. Got his card in here someplace.
I thought you had a dentist you liked.
I did, but he gave up dentistry. Thanks.
Retired?
No, actually, he was a real young guy, but he was just a little strange. He rented this tape of Gandhi and sat in front of the television set without moving for 24 hours.
Watch the whole thing, huh?
He said he was in need of a spiritual reawakening, so he left his family, shaved his head, and joined a cult.
And nobody's heard from him since?
His wife sees him at the airport all the time. Thanks, Doc.
You're welcome.
I can't find the words to describe my behavior tonight.
How about juvenile?
That'll do.
Or stupid? Cowardly? Short?
I said that'll do. But you're right. Why didn't I just face Dee Dee? I got a lot going for me. I got a good job, great friends, a wonderful husband.
Right. And so what if Dee Dee's husband is the president of a network? I mean, Richie is the very best air conditioner repairman in this city.
Right. I'm not going to mouse around some girl who can't even spell the word peripatetic. So she married a guy with money. What's the big deal? I am what I am, what I am.
I'm with you, Popeye.
Oh, let's see, 7:30 on Friday. No problem. Oh, I'm so glad you're joining us again.
Hi, Nancy. Jan? Oh, for goodness sake, I don't believe it. Why, Dee Dee.
Imagine seeing you here.
Well, I'm staying at this hotel, and I was just using the gym on this floor, and I thought I'd stop by and make a dinner reservation.
For tonight?
For Friday. What are you doing here? Me? Making a reservation for tomorrow night, 8 o'clock.
How many will there be in your party?
Oh, well, let's see. There's, me, and there's, make it for one.
Oh, fine, Mrs. Gray. I believe we can accommodate you.
Thank you.
After all these years, who would believe we just bump into each other like this?
Yes. Well, I get my hair done right next door, and I thought that I'd just pop in and make a reservation.
Oh, don't let them change his style. I love it. It is so simple. It's you.
Thank you.
So, you're Jan Gray now. My name's Tolliver.
I think I heard that somewhere.
Well, let's get together.
Oh, I'd love to. I really would, but I'm a little tied up right now.
Well, I've got it. Since you're dining alone tomorrow night, I could join you.
Oh, no, I couldn't ask you to do that.
Oh, don't be silly. I won't take no for an answer.
Fine. I'll make it a table for two.
Thank you.
Great. I'll see you tomorrow night, then. Can't wait.
Neither can I. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
Oh, yes, it was rather like watching a fly drown in a cup of coffee.
Two specials, Howard.
So you decided to face the music and make a date with Dee Dee?
Not exactly.
You're having dinner here so you can show her where you work?
Not exactly.
You told her you're a waitress.
Not exactly.
Well, for someone who wanted to use the direct approach, you're being pretty peripatetic.
I looked it up.
2 sand dabs and a veal Oscar, Howard.
Right.
What exactly is a veal Oscar?
Breaded veal cutlet covered with crab meat, asparagus, avocado, and hollandaise.
Was he named after that little guy who lives in the garbage can on Sesame Street?
No doubt.
You're docking me another $10? Honestly, Nancy, I left the house 20 minutes early. You won't believe what happened.
I don't believe the part about leaving 20 minutes early.
I was driving along Sunset when I heard this siren, so I pulled over and this fire engine passed. And as it went around the corner, the fireman hanging on the back fell off. His name is Paul. So I stopped the car, got out, and went to see if he was all right.
And that's when he said, "Hi, I'm Paul."
No, he said something else. He was kind of angry with himself. It was the first time he'd fallen off the truck. And his hand was bleeding, so I got an old scarf out of the glove compartment and wrapped it up to keep blood from going all over my front seat.
Oh, you drove Paul to the hospital.
No, I drove him to the fire. Why do you think I'm late?
I think you're late for the same reason fish gotta swim and birds gotta fly. It's your nature to be late, just as it's my nature to be unmerciful.
Anybody who's a fireman?
Hi, Don. I turned out to be a false alarm. Oh, here's your scarf, by the way. Sorry I would have cleaned it, except they didn't turn the hoses on.
Thanks, Paul.
Listen, can I call you sometime?
Sure.
Here?
Sure.
Great. Well, I gotta go. My truck's double parked.
Well, Dot, it's refreshing to see you finally telling the truth. Keep it up.
All my stories are true.
Well, that didn't last long.
So do you think he's cute? Who, the bouncing fireman? Well, he's cute, but he's accident prone.
I think he's adorable. But then again, I've always had a thing for men in uniform.
Problem is, you've never shared it with him. Well, Jan, for your high spirits, I'd say that you're probably thinking about what you're going to wear to dinner tomorrow night. What am I going to do? Cancel. Call the desk downstairs and leave a message. Tell her you can't make it. Wouldn't that be chickening out? That's the technical term.
Jan, I don't think you should back down at all. You go out there, you meet that girl eye to eye and have a showdown.
I bet you John Wayne never thought he was going to come back as a waitress. What we have here is a no-win situation. If Jan doesn't tell Dee Dee the truth, she's going to have a hard time living with herself. I don't know why, but she will.
On the other hand, if Jan does tell Dee Dee the truth, well, why would she want to do that?
That's it. I've made up my mind. I'm going to have dinner with Dee Dee.
It feels so good to know that you can help people.
Don't be...
Well, it looks like Jane is fashionably late.
Nah, she's probably in the ladies' room being fashionably sick.
I just spoke to Paul. He's taking me to the big RV show at the Rose Bowl tomorrow.
Oh, that sounds like a blast.
I know, I can't wait. What's an RV?
A recreational vehicle. You know those big old campers with the kitchens and the bathrooms in the back? Back home, they call them Texas taxis.
Spend a week in a Tahoe once in a camper.
I hear it's beautiful up there.
It can be beautiful anywhere.
My, don't you look lovely? I'll bet part of that outfit actually belongs to you.
Is Dee Dee here?
Sorry to disappoint you. She's been here 10 minutes. Right this way, Mrs. Gray. Your waitress will be Cassie.
Dee Dee, I'm so sorry to be late.
Oh, I was early. Now, I took the liberty of ordering us a bottle of champagne. I thought, after all, this is a celebration.
Right. Would you care for your menu, Sam?
Oh, let's wait a little while. I want to catch up on everything you've been up to.
Can I have food on the table in 10 seconds?
It's okay, Cassie. We can wait.
Yes, Mrs. Gray.
Good evening, Mrs. Gray. Is everything all right, Mrs. Gray?
Yes, thank you. Everything's fine, Amy.
Everyone knows you here. You must come here often.
Yes, well, I work in the area.
Oh, that's right. The courthouse is only a few blocks away. Oh, I do so envy you, Jan. I fully intended to practice law after I passed the bar exam, but Sidney just put his foot down. He says a woman's place is by the pool.
Yeah, well, I don't recall Richie ever saying that.
What does your husband do?
He's in air management. Menus? Yes. More champagne?
Yes, please. Oh, why not? Let's just let our hair down and tell it like it is.
No, thank you.
What is salmon a la Howard?
Fillet of salmon poached in aqua beef. It's my favorite.
I'd like to dedicate this next number to a frequent visitor here at Above the Top. A pillar of the community, a stalwart citizen, and a generous contributor to some of our most noble charities. Yes, Mrs. Richard Gray. This one's for you. How could you believe me when I said I love you when you know I've been a liar all my life?
I'll never forget how you aced that biology exam, and I worked hard preparing for that test.
Oh, got to admit, I did most of my research in the back of Maury Hagerman's Plymouth.
That explains it. You see, I was trying to forget what happened in the back of Maury Hagerman's Plymouth.
Jan, I've got something to confess to you. I'm not proud of it, but, you know, I was always a little jealous of you. You seem to have such a head start on life, and I felt like I had to struggle just to keep up. Now, looking back, it all seems so damn silly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
After all, we both got what we wanted.
Right.
Well, I really had a lovely time this evening, Jan, and I'm sorry the evening had to be so short, but next time I'm in town, let's
Dee Dee,
have
the evening isn't over yet. Best part is yet to come. Well, best part for you, anyway. You get to win.
What do you mean?
I haven't exactly been lying. Well, yeah, I have. I've been lying through my teeth ever since we first ran into each other yesterday. I'm not a lawyer. I'm still plugging away trying to get my degree. I'm a waitress. I work right here in this restaurant.
Oh, no, you're putting me on. You were always doing that, and I was always falling for it.
Cassie, am I a waitress?
Absolutely not.
Amy,
Do I work here?
you come here so often, Mrs. Gray, it almost seems that way.
Dot, will you cover for me tomorrow night?
Sure, Jan.
Okay. I'm a waitress, and my husband fixes air conditioners. But you were right. I did get everything I wanted. It's just that they're not the same things that I wanted back then. I don't know why I felt I had to pretend with you.
Oh, I do, Jan. You and I have been trying to top each other ever since the 4th grade. You know, you probably won't remember this, but I will never forget it. There was this spelling bee, and I even remembered the word, peripatetic. I started spelling it. P-A-R, and then I heard this giggling behind me.
I giggled?
Oh, I can still hear it. Oh, Dee. I'm sorry. Well, hey, we both know how to spell it now. We're even. Jan, I meant what I said. I had a lovely time this evening, and I would really love to see you again.
You will. Tomorrow night. You have a reservation here, remember?
Cassie, I have something to confess.
All right, Amy, welcome to the big city.
No, it isn't anything like that. It's just that I didn't go to your dentist. I went to Dot's dentist.
That's all right, as long as he's good. What's his name?
Dr. Gitzman?
Arnold Gitzman? Oh, he's a fine dentist. Just don't believe everything he tells you about his condo in Palm Springs. I've seen a lot better.
Well, my big date with Paul is off. He's in the hospital.
Did he get hurt in a fire?
He never made it to the fire. The alarm went off and he missed the pole.
Cassie, can I ask you a favor?
What?
Remember I told you that Dee Dee was bringing some friends here for dinner tonight. Nancy has them at your station. I'd like to wait on them.
Sure. You testing yourself, are you?
Nope. Going for the tip.
Coming up next, it's the man of your dreams, Freddy Krueger. The deadly demon who brought nightmares to Elm Street is now lurking on Channel 9. Don't bother to run. Don't bother to hide. He knows where you are. Freddy's Nightmares is coming up next. Sweet dreams.
Life's not the French Riviera. Believe me, life's not a charity ball. It isn't all a great big bed of roses. It's not like showbiz, but the main thing I love is not the power line. Making it big, we know we're doing it for now. Can we maybe less than wealthy? But again, we're young and healthy. And anyone who's young and healthy knows that that's the way. The traffic flow. It's fun living.
Tall and tan, and young and lovely. I know what you're thinking, the Sun Man's singing about himself. The girl from Ipanema goes walking, and hey, when she passes, each one she passes goes.
Take a hike.
Take a hike.
Oh, Dot, I'd like like to speak to you for a moment?
Nancy, if I'm in trouble, I can explain. See, the power in my building went out and my clocks were an hour late.
You're not in trouble.
Forget that excuse. Actually, I'm not expecting a power failure until next week.
Jan, if you have a moment, I'd like you two to switch stations for the rest of the evening.
Nancy, it's my turn for this station. It's got more tables, more tips, and I've been waiting a week for my turn. Making me switch just isn't fair. But fair isn't your long suit.
Well, I think it's more than fair, and it's nice to see Nancy showing some faith in me.
Jan, I'm switching you because the ambassador of the Republic of Plan Cow is coming in for dinner soon. I'm seating him at table 7, and I don't want Dot waiting on him.
Very nice, very nice. You know what that says to me? That says you have no respect for me as a professional or as a person.
Right. Thank you, Jan.
Nancy, I'd rather not. I'd rather work for the tips. Let Cassie do it.
Let Cassie do what?
Switch stations with Dot to take care of some ambassador.
I dated an ambassador once. He wanted to put my picture on a postage stamp. Forget it. They're too possessive.
Jan, if you're concerned about tips, you should try waiting on tables. Howard? Look, I know you don't like people bothering you when you're cooking, but I just wanted to...
You're bothering me.
The ambassador is going to go back to Plan Cow and tell everyone about our restaurant. Don't you want other visitors from Plan Cow to eat here?
Plan Cow's an island half the size of Grenada. If they all showed up at once, it would be a slow night.
Slow nights can be fun. You could chase me around the bun warmer.
Two specials, Howard. Jan, there's a telephone call for you. It's Ellen.
Oh, thanks.
Amy, do you intend to spend the entire evening in the lounge?
I've got a run in my stocking.
Oh, my goodness. Maybe you should go right home.
Nancy, you don't take the wagon out till the wheels are straight.
How quaint. Amy, everyone out there isn't going to be looking at your wheels.
Want to bet? Listen, I think your ambassador's out there.
Are you sure it's him?
Well, it's a guy with a red sash. He's either an ambassador or Miss Montana.
Jan, the ambassador's here. Ellen, the cat on the bed just doesn't sound like an emergency to me.
Oh, I'll tell Nancy you're busy.
No, don't do that. Honey, just take Ralph off the bed and put him outside. What do you mean he won't let you? Did you try Mr. Squeaky Mouse? Oh, well, we'll sew his head back on when I get home. Bye.
Any out-of-towners here? Not you. Anyone from, say, Plan Cow? Mr. Ambassador. What are the odds? I just happened to work up a little something to welcome you to this country, or as I like to call it, Sunland. Far. You've been traveling far without a home, but not without a star. On the boats and on the planes, they're coming to America.
Can any of them sing?
Enjoy your dinner, Mr. Ambassador. Your waitress will be Jan.
Is that the big blonde over there?
Your waitress will be Cassie. Cassie, he's yours. For some reason, he wants a waitress with dark roots.
What's in it for me?
The thanks of a grateful nation and your paycheck. Make tracks.
Good evening, Mr. Ambassador. Have you decided what you'd like yet?
Only for dessert.
Careful, or I'll rip the flags off your bumpers.
Now, what would you like?
I'd like the roast duck.
You will get nothing until the People's Party is recognized by your government.
Never!
Then all these people will die. Okay. Everybody does what we say, nobody gets hurt.
You must allow me to contact my embassy.
Oh, your embassy will find out about you soon enough. So will the world.
Pardon me?
What is it?
I know this is an unusual request, but may I be excused? See, I'm a musician, and there really isn't any reason why you need any music for this.
I may want to dance on his grave.
I'll be thinking dance music then.
Why do you need need to keep any of us. We hadn't done anything.
I'm sorry. But there are certain miscarriages of justice in the Republic of Plancow that can no longer go unspoken.
What about this injustice? What about what you people are doing to us?
You don't understand. I'm going to call Mike Wallace. Then we will get action.
No, you can't.
Don't anybody try anything while I'm gone, or you will never see her again. Cut it in. You, over there.
Why don't you let the women go?
No.
Why don't you let the men go?
Quiet.
Don't worry. Everything will be okay.
I hope you're right.
No talking.
He talked first.
I said no talking.
I'm a police officer. I've got a gun.
That's wonderful.
Do I have to put you by yourself? Is that what you want?
She doesn't listen. She never listens.
You wait until the right moment, then I'll make my move. You go tell the others.
Right.
What? Are you okay?
It's my chest.
I'll help you.
Are you a doctor?
No, but I've dated quite a few.
Leave him alone.
Bug off. Here, I'll get you some water. Here you go. Take it easy, huh?
Howard, I have to tell you something. You see that man over there in the tweed jacket? He...
All right. I warned you. You, over there by yourself.
But,
Move! Enough!
Why can't I go and wait with the others?
You will wait with me until Mike Wallace calls back.
What if he doesn't?
Well, they said that he would get back to me. Hello. No, I'm sorry. No personal calls allowed. It's a new rule. Look, I don't care. Don't cry to me. I don't care about your cat.
Cat, is that Ellen? I think that's my daughter. May I speak to her, please? Ellen, listen to me. Mommy's going to be late tonight. Ralph can't be having kittens on your bed.
But Ralph is a boy cat.
Well, I guess that would make him a girl cat.
Your mother must go now. You will be fine.
Why did you do that? She's just a little girl. She'll be scared. She takes after her mother.
Hold it! What are you doing?
He's been in there for hours with Jan, and I want to know what's going on.
Too bad. Sit!
Certainly.
Howard, I have an idea. The next time we take a meal break, you put some knockout drops in your food.
Knockout drops? I didn't study cooking with Dick Tracy.
Well, the men back home in Texas wouldn't just sit there and do what they say.
Yahoo.
You okay?
I've been better.
This man needs medical attention. We've got to get him to a hospital.
Shut up. Don't get yourself in trouble because of me.
You're no trouble.
Guy's got to get pretty sick to get the attention of a girl like you.
What are you talking about? I've had my eye on you all night.
Oh, you lie as good as you look.
Oh, yeah? Why don't you try asking me out sometime?
What are you trying to do, finish me off?
Well, there are worse ways to go.
Jan?
Did you tell Mike Wallace? I told them all. Now we will get action.
Look, may I make a suggestion? Look, you've got the restaurant employees, you've got the ambassador. Now, we've done everything you wanted. Why don't you let these other people go?
Why would I do that?
It would be easier for you. There would be fewer people to watch.
All right. But no tricks, or people die. Let's move.
Right, take it easy. Thanks, baby. Okay. Okay, sir.
Stop! Nice seeing you, boys. I'll send some oil to your country.
That's it. No one else leaves. All right, piano player, get over there. Now hear me. If our demands are not met, we will kill one of you every hour until they are. You, play something.
Ambassador, are you all right?
Yes, thank you. But I am curiously disturbed by that young man over there.
This is why they never should have told men it was okay to cry.
Come on, Sonny. Everything's gonna be okay.
There's so many things that I'm not going to get a chance to do. Unless they let me get you alone in the lounge. No, Jan, I never had a chance to tell you how I really feel about you.
Sonny, this probably isn't the best time to tell a lie.
You're right. Get your arm off me.
Joseph is right by the phone. In a few minutes, it'll ring. They'll get what they want, then we can all go home.
They never give in to the terrorist demands. I don't want to die like this. Well, I don't.
You just gotta try and calm down. If you get nervous, they'll get nervous. Now just relax. Try to think about pleasant things.
I'm thinking about being back home in Texas and smelling the sweet grass. I used to love it in the spring, before the summer dried everything out, to just sit in a field and smell life. You know, sitting here like this makes you think back.
It's called your life flashing before your eyes.
I was thinking about Sister Mary Elizabeth, my third grade teacher. She used to tell us there was nothing to fear from death. That death meant going to heaven so you could look forward to it.
Sounds like a smart lady.
She also used to tell us if we wore patent leather shoes, the boys would try to look at the shoes to see up our dresses. She was right about the shoes. I hope she's right about heaven.
What the hell is taking so long? Why haven't they called? We've only got a few more minutes.
Oh, stop your sniveling, Sonny. Why can't you be a man like Howard?
Howard's not a man. He's a zombie.
He's not a zombie. Just likes to keep his thoughts to himself. Isn't that right, Howard? See?
Last Christmas, my daughter asked me to visit. I didn't. I should have. I don't have many should-haves in my life. I don't like them. They're excess baggage. I should have visited my daughter.
I wish I had a daughter or a son. A baby. I've always wanted one, but I always figured there'd be time enough for that, and the right guy never came along at the right time. It's just something I thought I'd get to do.
Did they meet our demands? It's the little girl. There's trouble with the cat.
I need help.
Okay, that's it. Let's go, Mr. Gruber.
Where are you going? Sit down.
This man is sick, and I'm taking him out of here.
All of you, sit down.
We will shoot you. If he dies, he's not going to help your cause. You don't need this man. He's leaving. Mr. Gruber, come here. Let's go.
I'm taking him to the elevator. Now move it!
I will take him to the elevator. You go back with the others.
Cassie, I'm so proud of you.
Good.
Where are you going?
I want to spend the time I have left with my friends. If you want to kill me, go ahead, but I don't want to die alone.
Doc, that took a lot of courage.
Wasn't sure I could do it when I said, Doc, you're an actress. Act brave.
What a trooper. Working on her craft right up till the end.
You see that guy over there in the tweed jacket?
And the mustache?
Yeah. He's a cop with a gun.
In 2 minutes, we start shooting.
Honey, I really can't talk for very long. Now, tell me, what's the problem with Ralph? What do you mean a kitten is stuck? A kitten is stuck where? Oh, a kitten is stuck.
We must join the others now.
Take your hand off the phone. Take your damn hand off the phone! Ellen, you're gonna have to help Ralph. Now, I want you to gently pull the kitten the rest of the way out, and I stress the word gently. Yes, sweetheart, I know it's icky, but sometimes when you love someone, you have to do icky things. Now, go ahead, do it. It did? Good girl. Ralph's gonna be fine. I love you, baby. Bye.
Okay, time is up. We must show them that we are serious.
Which one shall we kill first?
These people have done nothing to you. If you must kill someone, kill me.
The man makes a good point.
Oh, no. You are our bargaining chip. You are worth more to us alive. Sit down. We will start with you. Outside. Move it. Stop! Not her. What are you talking about? She has a daughter and kittens.
Don't be a fool.
I mean it, not her.
I am the leader. I will kill whoever I want to.
I will not let you kill her.
Now's the time. Pull your gun and shoot.
Wait me, you nut. I haven't got a gun.
What are you doing?
All right, freeze! I said freeze it!
All right, is everybody okay?
Yeah.
Oh, you were wonderful, Howard.
Don't like should-haves.
All right, you three, hands over your head. Move over here.
You're filth. Slime. If you want to make a statement for your cause, then why don't you just go jump off a building or blow yourselves up, but you leave us alone? How dare you bargain with the lives of innocent people? Who gave you the right to do that? Jerks. I don't know who decides what happens to you, but you're just very lucky that it isn't us.
Oh, come on, Jen. Now, that's enough. Well, are you all okay? Yeah. Well, I just want to say you can all be very proud of yourselves. That was a great display of courage and sacrifice. I don't know how to thank you.
How about tomorrow night off?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, I meant to say I don't intend to thank you.
That's them. Get them out of here.
You know, after going through this, I feel so close to all of you.
You mean that, Dot?
Most of you.
I know what Dot means. Howard, when the chips were down, you were there. I hope we can always be there for each other like that.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Do you all feel that way?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
In that case, would you each take a kitten?
They're kittens. They're cute. Now, what happened to all be there for you?
Here's to never having to go through anything like that again.
I'll drink to that.
You know, Howard, it's amazing. Right in the middle of all that tension, I found myself thinking the most trivial things. Like who was going to water my house plants?
Yeah, I was wondering who was going to take care of my tropical fish.
Well, here's to taking care of plants and feeding fish.
I'll drink to that.
I didn't know you had fish. Of course, how would I know, never having been to your place yet?
Yeah, I have these two black mollies, Ike and Mamie. They just can't keep their fins off of each other.
Don't tease me, Howard. Nothing. Here's to Ike and Mamie.
Yeah, I'll drink to that.
You know, Howard, you've never been to my place either. And after an experience like the one we've just shared, an experience that can bring two people very close, well, there's a lot of tension in the body. Tension that can kill you if you don't get rid of it. Anyway, I guess what I'm really trying to say is, here's to going to my place to relieve tension.
There isn't enough wine in France.
Stay tuned for the newly crowned king of late night. It's the Arsenio Hall Show. Coming up next, from Rocky to Rambo and now New Jersey, meet tough guy Sly Stallone. And De La Soul will jam with their new rap single, Me, Myself, and I. That's next on the Arsenio Hall Show here on Channel 9.
Life's not the French Riviera. Believe me, life's not a charity ball. It isn't all a great big bed of roses. It's not like showbiz, but the main thing I suppose is we're not the people now. Taking it big, we know we're doing
Okay, now don't forget, it's forks on the left, knives on the right, and you know what to do with the spoon.
Believe me, Cassie, I've forgotten more about waitressing than you'll ever know.
I know. When you were a waitress, you had to take the club and kill the brontosaurus yourself.
It's Jan's wedding day. Can't we be nice to each other for just this afternoon?
I don't think so.
Why did Jan have to give me such a big responsibility? Making the toast at a friend's wedding is so important. It sets the tone for the whole marriage. Hope you're happy. You're such a good match. Here's to your marriage now. Down the hatch.
Nice, Dot. Then after the ceremony, we can all go out and get tattoos.
I found it. You're gonna love the wedding gift I picked out for Jan.
Picked out? We told you to go to Avanosas and get that white vase that Jan liked.
Well, they were out of those, so I went shopping for something else. I think you're gonna be proud. Let's see. Isn't it beautiful? I had to look all over town to find this.
I don't doubt it.
I'm gonna wrap it so Jan won't see it. Good idea. That is the ugliest thing I have ever seen. What are we gonna do? Nancy, why don't you tell Amy? You like giving bad news.
True, but it's more fun watching you both squirm. I'm glad I decided to surprise Jan by giving her the dinner as my wedding gift.
Oh, can I chip in with you? You know, say the soup is from me.
No, sorry, Dot. The meal is from Howard and me. He's cooking it, and I'm figuring out how to bury the cost in the books.
I can't tell you how nervous I was about buying this gift. You know, it's hard picking out something when it's from 3 people. Finding something that represents all of our tastes.
Amy, I don't know how to put this.
You hate it.
That's one way.
I knew it. Cassie, you don't know what it's like going through life, not being able to get people gifts they like. On Father's Day, my daddy used to try to be out of town. On Christmas, my parents told me that buying coal would be a real good thing, because that's the only way they'd be sure to get something they could use.
Well, you should just try to get people things that you'd like. It usually works.
That's what I do.
You'd actually want one of those?
Well, I'm not saying it'd be at the top of my list, but it'd be pretty close to the Velvet Elvis painting.
Okay. We've still got over an hour left until the wedding. Take this boot and get our money back.
Right now?
A place that carries these could go out of business any minute. Get our money, and I'll get something from the boutique in the hotel.
And if they won't give me my money back, I'll just exchange it for something else.
Not unless they have coal.
Sonny, why aren't you dressed for the wedding?
What difference does it make? I'm not part of the ceremony anyway.
What are you whining about?
Well, you're planning the dinner. Cassie's the maid of honor. Dot's proposing the toast. There's no reason for me to be here if I hadn't come up with the idea of trashing their car.
Okay, it's all set. Amy's gonna return the gift.
Ooh, what'd you get? Oh, this is gorgeous.
I really am sorry.
Wait till you see their car. I covered the whole thing in toilet paper. I tied about 20 cans to their rear bumper. Then I stuck something real stinky up their exhaust pipe. And get this, instead of writing just married in soap, I used paint. They'll never get it off.
How droll, Sonny. Particularly since Jan and Richie aren't even here yet.
What are you talking about? The blue Chevy?
It was Howard's car.
As soon as the judge gets here, I want to get started. We have to be at the airport in less than 2 hours.
No, we can't get started until Dave gets here and Cindy brings Charlie. I want my brother and my son at our wedding.
And you certainly want to wait for your Uncle Harry and Aunt Lorraine.
Mom, I didn't invite them.
Oh, I did.
Mother, this is supposed to be a small wedding.
Well, I only invited 12 people.
See, this is why I eloped the first time.
And this is why I went behind your back this time. I'm your mother, darling. I deserve a wedding.
It'll be okay, Jan.
No, it won't. Howard can't just whip up another 12 meals.
She seems like a very nervous girl.
Ma, it's her wedding day.
Well, it's not like it's her first.
Mom, I'm tired of listening to grown-ups. Where's Sonny?
Why don't you try the kitchen?
Hey, Squirt. Hi, Cassie. Hi, Dot.
There they are. Oh, I'm so happy for the two of you. I could cry, but it takes too long to get my eyelashes back on.
To a great guy and a great girl. He's her oyster, she's his pearl.
If you tell me one more rhyme, I will hit you with my fist.
Oh, there's the happy couple. Jan, I have a little wedding surprise for you and Richie from Howard and me.
Oh, Nancy, you didn't have to do that.
Do either of us believe that?
Not for a minute.
Well, then, Howard and I are giving you your wedding dinner.
There are going to be 12 more of us.
For half price.
Thank you. That really is very nice.
Yes, it is.
I got most of it done. It's the blue Chevy with just married on it. You can't miss it. Here's a quarter. Take the dead rat out of the exhaust pipe. Good girl.
Dead rat's a buck.
You must be getting old. I remember when a rat was a nickel.
Richie, that was your brother on the phone. His plane got fogged in San Francisco, and he won't be able to make it in time.
Oh, no. Oh, that's bad news.
I know. He sounded very cute.
What am I going to do about a best man?
You know, I just feel so close to this guy.
Hey, Dad!
Hi, Charlie. Hey, kiddo. Cindy. Jan, this is my wife. No, my ex-wife, Cindy. Cindy, this is my, Jan.
Congratulations. Thank you. Or I guess good luck would be more appropriate.
Hey, Ellen. Hi, Charlie. Want to make a quick 50 cents? Sure. Okay.
Well, I don't suppose you'd want to. Good. Fine. Nice to meet you.
Don't worry. I only came up to tell you that I'm going out of town on business. Charlie's going to have to stay with you for a few weeks.
Why would you be going on a business trip when I am about to go on my honeymoon? This is not the best time.
It is for me. I'm sure the three of you will have a wonderful time.
Don't worry. One day we'll look back on this and still hate her.
Look, Papa, I'm real sorry.
For what?
You weren't planning on this.
Come on, Charlie. I love the idea of you being with me.
On your honeymoon.
Well, maybe it doesn't have to be a honeymoon. Maybe we can take you and Ellen and make it a vacation, you know? We'll become a family.
And your honeymoon?
He's right. We have to do something.
Yeah, look, you go get dressed. The judge is going to be here any minute. Charlie and I will figure something out.
Okay. And Charlie, I mean it. We are going to be a family.
Cassie Cranston, bridesmaid reporting for duty.
I eloped the first time, so I have no idea what a bridesmaid is supposed to do.
What are you doing?
My shoes.
Right over there. I think a bridesmaid is supposed to make sure that everything is okay. So, is everything okay?
Not really. My honeymoon is becoming a family trip to Disneyland. So, instead of lying with my husband on the beach in the South Pacific, I'm going to be standing on line with Goofy for Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
It's a little early in the relationship to be calling him Goofy, isn't it, Jan?
Richie's ex just gave us Charlie, and we're supposed to leave for Maui in less than 2 hours.
Do you want him to stay with me?
Oh, we're going to be gone for 2 weeks. He's just a little boy.
I've spent 2 weeks with little boys before. Let's face it, they're all little boys.
I feel terrible. I mean, I don't want to seem like a wicked stepmother, but I would like to have my honeymoon.
Jan, I really don't mind.
Thanks. But it's going to be hard enough for him adjusting to not living with his mother.
I have a hunch he's going to enjoy living with his new mother.
He's a good kid. Can you believe that I'm doing this?
Yes. You're one of those people that makes sense married. I mean, you had it all together alone, but married, you're running on all 8 cylinders.
Well, bridesmaid?
Well, bride?
Let's do it! Okay.
Wow. You want to get married?
Oh, we're not supposed to see her in her wedding dress.
Well, it's not like it's her first time.
Still no judge?
No, not yet.
Maybe we should call him.
And this is Saturday. There's no way to call him. But he better get here soon. We've got to get to the airport.
So, we're going to take the kids with us to Hawaii?
Actually, there has been a change of plans. Since Ellen's going to stay with me anyway while you're gone, Charlie can stay there, too. And while the two of you get to know each other, Charlie can get to know his new sister and his new grandmother.
I don't know what to say.
Well, say you're not mad that your Uncle Harry brought 4 of your cousins I hadn't figured on.
Is that why you're watching the children?
Of course, that's why I'm watching the children.
You got yourself a deal.
Please tell me there's money in that box.
It's not shaped like money.
It's Jan's wedding gift.
Who picked it out?
I did.
What are we gonna do?
Well, I was going to get our money back, and then I remembered in Jack and the Beanstalk how he was supposed to sell that cow for money, but he brought home the magic beans. See, if he hadn't traded those beans, he would have never gotten the golden goose.
She bought a plaster goose. How could you do this?
What is it?
Everyone's favorite, the little kissing Swiss kids.
I think she'll really like it.
Have you ever seen her wear, possess, or stand near anything that might indicate that she would like this?
Look, if you two want your money back, that's okay. But I decided I got to get over this fear of buying people gifts. Now I like the little kissing Swiss kids. And I think Jan will too, so what do you say?
Go hide this in your locker before you embarrass yourself.
Right.
Above the top? Yes, hello. Where is he? Tell me you're kidding. Tell me anyway. Okay, thank you.
What? What's wrong?
That was the judge's wife. He has pneumonia with 104 fever.
He's gonna be real late.
The judge's wife said that if it's just the two of us, he'd be willing to marry us at his bedside. And if we go over there right now, I suppose we could still make the plane.
Call me superstitious, but I think it's bad luck to be married by anyone who might die during the ceremony.
So, what are we gonna do?
I'm gonna go visit with my relatives. Even if we don't get married today, maybe we still can get some good gifts.
Here's to Jan, who's supposed to get married. Her plane is leaving. She seems rather harried.
Dot.
You're sorry you picked me to make the toast, aren't you?
No, but you don't have to make up something clever. Just say what you feel.
I can't. Sounds too selfish. I'm gonna miss you, Jan.
I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, I know, but, well, things change when a friend gets married. I love going out with you after work. We're perfect together. You're good-looking enough so that you don't attract geeks, but you're not so good-looking that the guys would worry about getting stuck with me. But it's nice, you know, redhead and a brunette. It's a good match. I'm gonna miss the fun.
Me too.
Jan, a priest, a rabbi, and a minister ate dinner at the restaurant last night.
Cassie, I've heard that one, and I'm not in the mood for jokes.
No, it's not a joke. The priest is staying here at the hotel. Let's go talk to him and see if he'll perform the ceremony.
Great. I think I get it.
Come in, it's open. I thought you were the bishop.
We thought you were a priest.
I am. See?
Oh, I didn't know that priests,
Bathe every day?
No, not that. Look, Father, I don't know whether you remember me or not, but I waited on you last night. The $40 check with the $2 tip, remember? Well, my friend here is in trouble.
Father, I was hoping you could help me. I have to get married.
I understand these things happen.
I have to get married in an hour.
They don't usually happen that fast. Sorry, but I just can't marry you without interviewing the couple or having you attend classes on married life.
We have a whole room full of wedding guests upstairs. Can't you make an exception?
Well, in certain circumstances, exceptions can be made. Like if the husband is going off to war or one of the parents is gravely ill and wants to see the ceremony before they pass on. May I ask why you're in such a hurry?
I have to catch a plane to Maui. Look, Father, I understand your position, but I'm going to marry this man anyways, and I would really appreciate it if you would perform the ceremony.
I'm sorry. I wish I could help you, but it just wouldn't be ethical.
Oh, well, now, wait a minute, Father.
Oh, come on, Cassie. We gave it a shot.
I'm very disappointed in you, Father. Last night I took care of you for $2. I thought you might make us happy today.
Well, they work here at the hotel. I was taking a bath. They wanted me to join them, bury them. The bed wasn't like this when they came in. I can explain.
Actually, I've had quite a few proposals of marriage, but I turned them down. I always knew I should wait for the right man to come along. I always wanted someone who was strong, yet quiet, like an animal, a jungle cat. I know what I want, and I think I found it. Someone who's down to earth, yet with that certain something that could make the fires within me burn. You have that certain something. You're someone who's strong yet quiet, aren't you? Aren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you been standing there?
Ever since the fire started burning.
You are not to tell anyone what you've heard.
If I talked like that, I'd die from blushing.
Remember that. Blushing is a terrible way to go.
How did you do? No good. I guess that does it.
We've got one more shot. I don't go very often, but there is this minister I know. Maybe he can come down here. It's worth a try.
Jan, I don't know if you're getting married today or not, but I'd like you to have this.
Oh, Amy, this is so nice. Don't be too sure. Do you believe this?
Not really.
This is so perfect. I don't know how to thank you.
You like it?
I love it.
Well, you don't have to say that. It's pretty stupid.
When I was a little girl, my grandmother had one of these in a big break front in her living room. And I used to drag this fat stuffed chair over and climb up just to see it. Then I'd pretend that I was a little Swiss girl and there'd be a little Swiss boy who'd kiss me.
Oh, this brings back so many memories. I just love it.
Oh, it's from Cassie and Dot, too.
Really?
Well,
yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Howard, can I get something for the kids to eat?
Can't they wait after the ceremony?
There isn't going to be a ceremony. Things got very messed up, and we couldn't find anybody to marry us.
What about your trip to Hawaii?
Guess we'll just have to put it off.
What if I married you?
Well, Howard, see, the head chef isn't like the captain of a ship. I don't think it's legal, except maybe in France.
I can marry you, Jan. I'm an ordained minister.
Is this for real?
I sent away for one of those ads in the back of the Free Press for $10. You get to be a minister. You can cheat on your income tax. I am the Right Reverend Howard Miller of Sorrell's Church of Love, Incorporated.
And you don't pay taxes with this?
Well, once I was ordained, the whole deal seemed too shady for a man of the cloth, but I can legally marry people. This would be my first, so I don't know if I could do it in front of a lot of people, but if you keep it down to the immediate family, I'd be honored to marry you and Richie.
Oh, thank you, Howard. Reverend Howard.
All right. The flower girl goes here, and the ring bearer here, and the maid of honor here, and the best man.
I'd like Sonny to be my best man.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. You don't know what this means to me. There have been so many times in my life when I've said to myself, Sonny, you'd make a hell of a best man. I remember once when I was...
Sonny.
What?
Who cares?
Go ahead, big fella.
We're gathered here today to join this man and this woman in holy matrimony.
Wait a minute. That's a cookbook.
Sonny, don't make trouble.
But it's a cookbook, for crying out loud.
I've got to turn to the recipe for shepherd's pie.
Okay.
The rings, please. Now, do you, Richard Gray, take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, until death do you part?
I do.
And do you, Jan Hoffmeyer, take 1 cup of chopped onions... Sorry. Take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, until death do you part?
I do.
If there be anyone here who knows why these two should not be joined in holy matrimony, let them speak now or forever hold their peace. Then by the power vested in me by the state of California and Sorrell's Church of Love, Incorporated, I now pronounce you man and wife.
Wait a minute.
tuned and get set for a seriously good time on the Arsenio Hall Show. Tonight, the creator and star of the Down Under top hit Young Einstein, Yahoo Serious, plus Vicky Marley and the Melody Makers and Bob Guccione, next on the Arsenio Hall Show here on Channel 9.